Hi everyone! My name is lisarox, and I am here to showcase Arc of Alchemist New Game Plus True Ending with DLC. I think I got it all. And this is on the Nintendo Switch. So there's going to be a lot of lagging and whatnot, but it's the game, it's not my computer, I promise you. It's not my internet. I have a brand new modem, very fast internet, it's going to be the game. So I'm going to do a countdown for the timer. I'll do a 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're here with Quinn Bravesford. She leads these people. They're looking for a way to get to the moon because mankind has ruined Earth and there's like no food left and there's robots everywhere that they call automations. Yeah, so we try to skip all cutscenes, but you still get that now loading at the bottom. Okay, so here we go. We have Quinn, and she's in the DLC costume. Looks like Purple Heart. So I'm targeting Scorpions, kind of like your intro, like tutorial thing, but New Game Plus for OP. It's fantastic. Okay, now we got two friends, Axel and Micah. And Micah's dressed like IF. And okay, I'm gonna need chat's help. I think Axel's dressed as red, but I'm not sure. So in this game we have what's called Luna Gear, and it's like the magic. So right now it's fire Luna Gear. So I burned down those weeds blocking the way. And that ice over there, because you know ice in the desert, you can melt that to get the treasure chest. Since it's New Game Plus, we already unlocked this entranceway, so we don't need to go hit a switch anywhere. Enemies are more strong in the dark, which matters for New Game because you know you're weak, but like here it's like whatever. I just kind of roll through it all. To your right is a base camp, and you can warp back to the base, and you can heal, but we're doing pretty well right now. Here comes our first boss. And done. I love being overpowered, it's fantastic. It does get a little more difficult toward the end, where you're not just like one-shotting the bosses. But since it's the beginning of the game, it's like we're so overpowered. Alright, so we need to head to this cave, and on a random person, they don't show the person, we find the Earth Orb, so the Earth Luna Gear, and that gives us the power of boxes. Yes, you can create boxes. You can jump on the boxes, you can hide behind the boxes. If you combine the boxes with another gear, does something else and make a statue. Okay, fishing around the dark, there we go. So this unlocks a door we have to pass through. So we're just gonna roll out. Excuse me, Scorpions, I got a game to run, thank you. The level cap, I haven't gotten that far yet because I have my characters are at level 65. Did I go too far? So I don't know if it's 99 or 9.99. They do have extra bosses in New Game Plus, they're super powerful, and I tried to fight one yesterday to see what it was like, and I died immediately. So maybe it is 999, highest level. I'm more back to base because after we beat this boss, they force us to go back to the base. And if you didn't use the warp crystal to get back to the base, they just put you back where the last place you started. So I would have started at the beginning of that dungeon, and that just takes too long. Thank you, VGM. VGM also runs this game. He runs New Game, like a regular person, I guess. I'm just like, let's just, you know, hack and slash everyone real quick and let's get going. So now everyone's like excited. We beat a boss. Hooray. Let's go back to base and celebrate. And I don't understand the railroad tracks. If you're using a crystal, maybe the crystal takes you to the train station and then you take the train. I don't know. I didn't ask. And these like little vignettes in the middle, they don't like, it doesn't have much substance to the story. They're just kind of like talking. They're going to throw a party. One guy finds a cat. We find out someone's not an Earthling. She's from another world. But it's fine. Doesn't really take away or add much to the story. We're in a new area. More desert. So here we're going to show off our new magical power. Boxes. Oh baby, get ready. And I didn't even make it close enough. Cool. I hate the boxes. I had like no issues yesterday. Now today I'm bumbling over boxes. The easiest box point. Alright, but we got through it. This is being run on Nintendo Switch. Those stationary robot-looking things, they're enemies and they can hurt you. And I'm playing this with the Pro controllers. It's a lot easier to roll. You have to hit R1, so I don't know, it just feels more comfortable than the Joy-Cons. But I have to wear a wrist guard because, like, repetitive motion. Alright. They notice there's more enemies here. Okay, so let's melt some desert ice. This game calls them gimmicks. You use your Luna gear to get past the gimmick. So this one we melt, and the boulder falls down, and now we can cross. Just gonna roll right past these frogs and cactuses on their heads. Back. And there's like Eevee-looking knockoffs. I can't remember. Is this the free base? I don't think that's. There's one of the bases, like, it's like an intro, and there's like actually a campsite in it. You have to invest money into the campsites to heal. And since we don't really need to heal too much, like when we go back to the base, you're auto healed, so usually just use that. It also resets the amount of gears that you have. So I used like too many boxes there, but later when we go back to the base, it'll be refreshed to, I think it's 10 right now. It does go up a little bit. I think it's 9. I don't think it's 10 yet. Throughout the game, you get like one more space to do, get more gears. Did I go too far over? Yes, I did. Yeah, mad props to people that can like do their run, talk at the same time. Ugh, there we go. I got disoriented. Wow, so you hate this game? When I was playing it casually, I was like, I don't know. It's not like, you know, thought-provoking or anything. There's no, like, love story to it. It's just kind of a, we're in the apocalypse and, let's go. I do have the PS4 version on, I have a PS5, but my hope was to one day race this, and VGM is the only other runner, so one day I will have to learn new game, and we both have Switches. So that's why I'm on the Switch instead of the PS5. Place. Next boss. Laser tank. Okay, bye. We're passing by another campsite. Yeah, so when I played this casually, like I went back to base like every time there was a campsite. I got disoriented this way. Alright, sorry I had to look at the map. Speedrun ruined, over! No, just kidding, we're gonna keep going. So we just roll toward our goal. Ooh, we got the water orb, which is the power of water. That makes sense. One more orb to find. We need 4 orbs to get to Earth. New area. Yeah, I haven't compared load times between the PS5 and the Switch yet. It'll be interesting to see if there is a difference or not. Okay, I think this is my favorite one. My favorite dungeon out of all of them, because it's at night. It's pretty much the only reason. Oh, and I also got locked here for days. When I was playing casually, I didn't know that there was a, you had to go like all the way around, so I thought I found which was like the right way to go, but it turned out to be a shortcut. And you need boxes. And VGM came with the idea that we use one of the boxes, have a statue to jump up on it. Oh, I have to change my gear first before I do that. Talking and gaming hard. Alright. I usually go back to base at this point so that I can refresh my gears, because I need all my boxes for this round. I don't really, no, I don't use the flame tornadoes. Like, I just kind of like corner him and just beat him up. And then sometimes have to revive people. And then beat him up some more and pray that the friend doesn't, like, kill you. Everyone who has no idea what I'm talking about, they're at that final boss. Like, the final boss always summons a friend, but it's never the same friend. Like, he has an elemental, like, strongness that he absorbs, so you could get a wind friend, a fire friend. Not a fan of his friend. Okay, so this part here is the shortcut. Dude! He came out of nowhere! Now I'm dizzy? What is this life? Oh my gosh. You know, marathon luck, right? Alright, box. And in this box, we're gonna put a statue box. Usually much faster at this. So this statue box, when you combine it with water, you get a healing statue. If you combine it with fire, you get a statue that attracts enemies. And that's our story about boxes and statues. The end. So these fires, we can put them out, but it doesn't actually like do anything. So I'm just gonna roll through it, get hurt a little bit, but we'll be fine. Oh, that frame rate's so good. Usually when I'm doing the box thing, like my other two buddies like defeat the enemy while I'm doing the boxes, but I guess, I don't know. Today they followed me and lived, and then they stunned us. So there's also a second group looking for orbs. We did encounter them earlier at one of the machine bosses, so we see them coming, so we're just gonna run off. Now, sometimes enemies don't spawn in this corner we gotta go to, so we'll see what we're gonna get today. Enemies. More boxes. And that's why I needed more boxes, because I screw this up a lot. Okay. Sometimes I just need to use all my boxes because I'm confident. And the camera angles, trying to see what I'm doing, gets in the way sometimes. There we go, that took way longer than it should have. I got stuck at this part casually for a really long time because I didn't realize that you can just roll past these super strong enemies. So bye. But they will follow you and shoot things at you. So it's a lot more dangerous in the new game. The new game was. this next boss is inside a field of cold, and the cold hurts us. Okay, we done. Whoa, whoa, not too far. Yeah, see those 20s? Like, that's the cold air hurting me. Wait. Okay, no, we're fine. Disoriented again. I usually don't go this way. Yeah, gotta go back. Like, this doesn't look familiar at all. And this is what nerves get you. Mistakes everywhere. But we're here to have fun. We're not here for world record. That's a different place. Wow. Totally went the wrong way. There we go. Let's get out of here. Now loading. Head to our next area. Anytime now. This is normal, sadly. Alright, so now we're on this, like, other looking desert. A lot of desert in this game. Kinda looks like we're on the moon. Alright, so here I need to stay kind of close to the right because there's a trap in the middle where you're surrounded, and the only way to get out of the trap is to destroy the stationary robot inside the circle, so that just takes extra time. Just gonna keep rolling. We're gonna go up to that building that's up there. So with DLC, honestly, the only thing that's different is the outfits. The weapons that I have in New Game Plus are way more powerful than the DLC weapons, so I don't use them. Quinn normally has pink hair. So we get to this big giant door and it won't open because it's too old or something. So we gotta figure something else out to do. Let's head back. So for this, we have this robot here who's literally invincible. So all we have to do is just survive. Like, run away. Let him do his thing. Go away. But it's timed, so you can't, like, do anything really to make it go faster. Go away! Oh, don't attack him. There we go. So we wind up meeting up with that second group, and we're like, oh my goodness, this boss is too powerful, what are we gonna do? I don't know why we just don't run away. The leader of the other group decides to sacrifice himself because, he wants a meaningful death. He doesn't want a meaningful life. Like, he wants his death to matter, so sacrificing himself to this robot is his demise. And that's his daughter, Erin, so now she's, like, sad, because her dad's gone. And we need to head back to the base. Take the train back. And for a normal game, you see, this is my base. I built this all. This one. Yes, north. So you get the green things that are glowing on the ground, and I didn't address that earlier. They're gather points, so you get materials, and you get a certain amount of materials, and you put them together, and then like you can build like an upgraded weapons facility, armor, trading post. There's a training area, lots of things. I haven't maxed out my base yet though, because some of the items you need are pretty rare, and then like the higher up you go, you start needing money to like do it. What? Too far over. Okay. Usually more There we go. So yeah, that green glowy thing, like, it has items. And if you see on the bottom sometimes after, you know, the other two defeat an enemy, you get some items too. Some are, you know, like enemy specific drops, sometimes area specific. Yeah, I'm using the Juggernaut weapons. I think I have Juggernaut 3 sword, and on both Quinn and Axel, and I think for Micah I have the Juggernaut spear. Juggernaut 3 spear. Okay, so this is another gimmick, and in order to get rid of this wind tunnel, you use more wind. There we go. This half of the dungeon, there's a lot more automation stuff. With the power of wind, I blow away more wind. Nothing beats the power of boxes, though. Erin had the other orb, and then that little cutscene, she asked what her father and Quinn were talking about, and then she explained the whole like meaningful death thing. Fire NATO memes, sure. Is there an enemy? You gonna hit it? Come over here. Hey. I'll just put it in front of you. Jeez. Come here. Come here. And it didn't activate. Alright, we'll try a different time. Oh, I got blow toward it? Okay, cool. Let's do that. I never use it. There we go. Fire tornado. Woohoo! Okay, bye. So, those are used a lot in the new game run. enemies just like run into it. Next boss, Sure, we'll kill the others. No reason. Now loading. Okay, so let's move on to the next area. The next area is my least favorite area. It's called Pulsating Sands. It's like the longest dungeon, and it has tons of robots everywhere. Yeah, loading. A lot of loading. They're just talking about like the area, so we're not really missing on anything pertinent there. So we'll start with our usual rolling. There's some like ice alligator thing. Oh, away! Why am I not jumping? Thank you. Alright, now we got this big open field. Yeah, this is like this huge field, and it's easy to like get lost. Alright, so here we go. We need our trusty boxes again, I think. Yeah, I can't jump up there.
母なる大地よ母なる大地よ母なる大地よ
Don't do this to me, game. Why, game? Why?
力を一つに
Now I'm stuck. Okay. So, if you watch me run this when it's not a marathon, I'm actually much better at this. I practiced it a lot. This is the worst ever. This is like not that hard. Okay, there we go. No! Oh my god. This is so obnoxious right now. I don't even remember how I did this. Oh, why? Why are you doing this to me, game? I have never had this issue before, so of course, it's a marathon. Please save me. Oh my goodness! Why? Oh, we did it. Wow, level up. That's pretty cool. Now level 66. So there's this bridge, and once we cross this bridge, it's just all robots everywhere. And robots have their own battle music. It's more robot-y, I guess. Okay, again, we have to blow some wind out of the way with more wind. Checking. Okay, yeah. Great. Yeah, this one's huge. I gotta go through more hurtful, frosty air. Robot shooting. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Gotta use water for these gimmicks. And let's make some ice. Ice, baby. Go. Too cold. Okay, this way. No, I think other way. There we go. There's the event. Quinn's just contemplating the meaning of her death. Or what she will do for a meaningful death. I don't know why you can't just like cook the cactuses or the cacti for food. I don't know how much nutrition there is in cactus. So we gotta head towards that giant ice break, and I feel like this one kind of makes sense because there's like that cold area. Like in other parts of the desert, like why is there ice? I don't get it. Is it magical ice? It just melted, I guess. But I just melted it there? I don't know. Go that dome thing back left. Maybe they did crave a gelato. Yep. It exploded. Okay. Yeah, I know, they do get pretty cold. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, this one makes sense. Like, the other ones that is clearly not nighttime. Like, what's up with that? Okay, should I yell it? Oh. Fight this guy a bunch. just YOLO it. I'm not gonna do a safety strat. Safety strat would be to go back to base in case I die. No, not you. Not Puppet. Oh my gosh, no, 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 no! Why? Alright. Glad we didn't save because we beat him first try. Yeah, I've died a couple times to him because I just get caught in the line of fire. So, from beating that robot, we got some item that we can use to open the door in that, like, moon-looking place. So let's head back to base. Yeah, I definitely got gunned down a bunch. Yeah, like, these, like, last final bosses are somewhat, well, the final boss is still difficult, but, like, they're more difficult than the earlier bosses. Alright, so we gotta go back to Desert Center. So we'll head back to the moon-looking place. And same as before, stay to the right so I don't get trapped. One of these cutscenes, spoiler alert. If you want to play and find out the spoiler on your own, I'm giving you warning. Okay, the spoiler is, surprise! We're already on the moon. Everyone left. Now we're looking for Earth. Apparently Earth regenerated after they, like, depleted all of its natural resources, and so now we're gonna try to get to Earth instead of the moon, because we're already here on the moon. Get back to that door. We're coming up on probably my least favorite part of the game, besides the final boss. I really wish that, like, I could run faster. Okay, we're gonna fight another robot. Because that's who live here, the robots. Just kind of attack it. Ooh, level up. We beat it so fast, the game thought it was still alive. Okay, moving on into the Origins. This is what this place is called, the Origins. Here we are! My least favorite part. Why is this my least favorite part? Okay, well, you have 12 fire gears, but there's more than 12 gimmicks you have to light up, and you need to light them up in a certain amount of time to open a door. So I hate this a lot because I sometimes mess up and I don't have enough gears and I have to do it all over again. Come on, come on, come on! Oh yeah, baby! Finally, something good during this marathon. Ugh. It'd be nice if we get another one, just to like have backup, but who knows? Ooh, so close. Look at that one. Yes! Ooh! Marathon, good luck. And now we have to roll through this frame rate to, like, light the other side. There's too many enemies on the screen to handle. Okay, since I have 8 left, I can just do this from here. Almost done. Gotta get to the other side of this platform. Oh. Slow. Can we do 3? Nope, can't. Okay, well. I'm happy that we finished all in one go, because I think in my original run that I submitted to leaderboard, I think this part took me 20 minutes, because I had to keep going back to base to refresh my gears. Come on! And now it opens. It's magic. Getting closer to the end. Okay, now we're in the origin. I guess that other part was just like the foyer. Okay, I'm do a safety, go back to base here. In case I lose to the next boss, I can get warped back to the beginning here instead of the beginning of the desert and have to go through all that again. I don't want to die for the final boss for 20 minutes. No! No! I managed to do, like, the worst run I had, the other day, and I was like, it was the best run I ever had in my life, though. It took 3 rounds of trying to beat the final boss to finally win, instead of, like, 8, 10, I don't remember. It was a lot. It was 30 minutes, and I think... I submitted this game to, Big Bad Gameathon, and I think they didn't pick it because of my 30-minute boss, like, fight. But now it's shorter. Boxes. That's fine. No, we'll do it this way. Because after this boss, you warp back to the base, but I think it's fine. We don't safety warp. Yes, Dragon Audit. Why? I don't know. It's fantastic. Okay, so remember that invincible robot from earlier that Aaron's dad, like, sacrificed himself for? Well, now we can hurt it. I don't know why. I don't think it's explained, but we can do it now, and... Oh my gosh, 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 I jinxed myself, no, why? knew it. I should have went back to base. Whatevs. Got all my boxes back.
母なる大地よ母なる
Just get no. You just want a box in front of it.
母なる大地よ
Dude, the other day I was playing, and one robot's like jumped down the platform to attack us. Like, what is happening?
母なる大地よ母なる大地よ母なる大地よ母なる大地よ
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it with the marathon. I'm just gonna safety back to base and come back. My Switch is nervous? Then why is my Switch nervous like when I'm not streaming it? Oh, it misses Animal Crossing.
出撃します
Maybe I'll reward it with some Animal Crossing later. I haven't played that in months. Okay, so now we're gonna get our vengeance for reals this time. There we go. Ugh. The game probably isn't safe to play. I don't know. It's getting kind of warm. It might burst into flames. Okay, back to base. Regroup. A few months later, that's a long time to plan.
準備はできたな行くぞ
Now loading. But yeah, the base, if you put certain buildings next to each other, you get like an enhanced bonus on weapons and stuff. Great. Thank you. I'm gonna safety warp just in case, you know, it doesn't take me. If I take more than one time to beat the final boss. Yes, no, I want to go back. Yeah, final boss. Like, I got really good at this. Like, from when I submitted it with my... Because originally my PB was like 132, and I'm like, I can get it below 130, but that's okay, because we can watch the ending cutscene and then see the true ending after the credits. Yeah, like, I really thought it was gonna take me, like, it might take me 30 minutes. Like, the way my luck has been going with the boxes and the ridiculousness, so, like, I don't know. But we don't have to watch it. I mean, it's up to the staff, you know. Here it is. is, final boss. Let's watch it. All right. Okay, here we go. Final boss. I'm gonna do like a couple healing boxes. First, I'm going to just like bum rush him. I'm gonna use paralysis gas. Okay. Yeah, just can't heal yet. I don't know what there's like a time, like a delay, like a cooldown period of trying to use items. So the friend is here. He summoned a fire friend. Try Thank you. Oh, the friend got too close. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just try. Ugh, okay. Yeah, that was sloppy at best. Yeah, my weapon deals 0 damage, but I shoot it there so that the other two know to go to attack it. So that I have it set so that we're on the same target. Hitting B like it's PlayStation. Friend again, man. Get ready for time. I hope. Time. Oh. Yay! We beat the final boss, and it only took 2 tries instead of 30,000. Thank you for the GGs. So apparently our fighting damaged the mechanism to automatically send everybody to Earth. So Quinn's gonna stay behind and hold the button so everyone can go to Earth. Yeah. Wow, that's the biggest GGs I've ever seen. So now we watch the credits and Quinn walks all the way back to base by herself. That's what Quinn normally looks like when she's not wearing a DLC costume. Wait, what? True end and normal end? There's... after the credits, there's a scene. Alright, yeah, we're gonna show off the credits. Slowly walking back, and then there's like a scene afterward. How come nothing's attacking her? Did we destroy, like, all the enemies too when we went to Earth? Yeah, definitely get it on sale. Don't pay the full 50. So there's like a lot more characters you can use and switch between, but we haven't really found that it's worth it to like use other characters. So I just leave it at the default Micah and Axel. I don't know if VGM has anything to say. Yeah, it's normal. The original price was $50. I don't know what the price is now. Digital is going to be cheaper than physical. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. I got time. Right now, it's on the eShop for $39.99. Do not purchase it today. It's also on the PSN store at $39.99. Yeah, don't buy today. I already had this on physical, but like I didn't open it yet. It's sealed, and then it was on sale for like I think $11, and it's saying here the cheapest it's been is $7.99. So definitely hold out. Metacritic 36. You're welcome. I feel like it went on sale around like holiday time last year, because that's when we both started like playing casually with this game. It's like I want to say November, December. PC port, so I don't know how much different it would be if it's on PC. Yeah, this whole game's a meme. Alright, Quinn's walking back to the origins. Oh my god, did I use the wrong save file? Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I panicked. So 3 years pass. Oh yeah, heart attack. Quinn has been doing some research to get herself to Earth, but everyone on Earth was doing research to get Quinn back, so Sharon comes and gets her and takes her to Earth. Hooray! The ocean! Whoa! All those people just showed up out of nowhere. And we're done. Yes, I will save this. And that's it. That's Arc of Alchemist. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to run it, wait for it to go on sale and reach out to us on the Discord. Yeah, the beach is the perfect place you want to wear a fancy dress because, like, weddings and stuff. whenever they were having a wedding and they like warped Quinn in, like, oh, sorry. Well, I'm glad it was interesting to watch. I'm glad some people enjoyed it. Yeah, story-wise, it's just really meh, but I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to run it. Yeah, all these characters that I didn't talk about or use, because I never used them. Oh, what was my time? Can someone tell me what my time was? $57.53. Nice. Thank you. So, technically, since I haven't submitted a new run to the leaderboards, technically that beats the world record. But I did a different run yesterday, and I got 54.04, so I'll probably post that one instead. So, kind of world record. Like I said earlier, my world record, quote unquote, was an hour 32. So once I learned how to do the fire gimmicks and the end boss, it shaved off quite a lot of time. And I think BGM, correct me if I'm wrong. When you beat the game, you unlock hard mode. I think I haven't messed around with that at all. No, that's it. So, thank you so much for having me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope everyone else enjoyed it. And enjoy the rest of the marathon.